Alright, so I just finished that video restoring this trailer. It did turn out very good, but one more thing that just kind of arose. The brakes on it stopped working, and it has these surge brakes. So the way the surge brakes works, trailer tongue, when you slow down on the truck, what it does is it pushes in on the tongue, that thing, and it puts on the brakes. They're hydraulic, and I just couldn't get anything out of this master cylinder. Would not prime up. To get the master cylinder out, that thing had to come out. I kind of had to torch some of the bolts and butchered it. So then I was looking at individual parts to fix this thing. But then I'm like, I just ordered this entire assembly. Alright, so there it is, the whole thing brand new. So this is meant to be welded on the trailer. Mine's already got it. Look how nice these bolts come right out of this thing, because that's what I destroyed on the other one. I butchered those getting it apart. So now we're ready to bleed the brakes. So what you do it for pry bar. Step on it. Let it up. All right, here we are like months later. This thing, it's got a wheel cylinder leaking and it keeps losing the brake fluid. And I filled it up a few times, but you can see when that's kind of pushed in all the way like that, the brakes aren't doing anything. So let's just put 4 new brakes on this. And we also got a broken leaf spring right here. You can see that axle. I can see it just standing here. See how the axles are a little bit out of line? That spring broke and that moved backwards, so let's put new springs on this too. All right, sitting on 4 jack stands. You know, everything is, they're all set the same height. It's not gonna fall. There's a 5th point touching the ground. I noticed this spring was cracked, but it was all together. But really keep an eye on stuff. Crawl under your equipment. Just make sure there's no cracked springs. Make sure the frame, nothing crazy is about to happen. See that here? That's gotta be fixed immediately. Not usable like that. Should unhook that brake line first. Oh, you know what? Let's get new brake lines. Just gonna brake. Yeah. That's just 100% gonna break. You know what? I'd rather cut it. Try to reuse these, but then look, come along the bottom. Look at that bushing. It's completely blown out of there. On that bushing right there, you can see that's bad. Oh, there's some brake fluid. Check out this cool flashlight I got. I'll put a link in the description for that. I feel like if I do that, stuff's gonna fall on me. Well, it's still attached on that side, so it's... Oh geez, look at that. That was... See, that's like someone... I don't know what happened there once, but someone like welded this axle back together or something. No, it's getting brand new everything. Alright, check this out. So, I was here thinking I'm ordering stuff. Look at that, they just start carrying everything right outside. Got new axles, new springs, brakes, hardware. We had everything here. It's kind of tempting, like there's a whole yard full of brand new trailers over here. Look at this one right here, that's pretty nice. With the low drive over fenders, but still a low deck. Nice tie downs. Then there's like stuff like this. Check this out, everything. And then while I'm here, I was here with this trailer, moving this excavator. He's got me getting new brakes for this guy too. Nice. It's a metal CNC cut sign, you know, dual layers, powder coated. doing, Cody? You doing dog stuff? Hey, Cody. Doing lab inspection? Yes, you are. Gonna get grease all over you? Gonna get grease all over you? You gonna get grease all over you? Let's not do that. Come on, there's no greasy dogs. I wonder if I should have tried to do disc brakes or something, because hydraulic drum brakes usually don't work very long, even on cars. Hydraulic drum brakes is something I would almost ban, because like here, for example, here's a good example here. So this thing here, you're supposed to adjust this for this like multiple times throughout the life of these brakes. The problem is people don't, because it's stupid. Plus that's gonna rust solid. Gotta lay on the ground to do it. It's hard to do. You know, like the brakes should be required to last the life of the vehicle, which should be like 50 years without any maintenance. That would be a good design. locks it into place. This axle doesn't take grease fit. The old one's got grease fittings there. Plumbed or? No, that doesn't go anywhere. I should have maybe just used these old axles. I mean, the one thing I was questioning was like this. Someone welded it back together or something, and I don't know why they did that, but I mean, I don't actually see an issue with that. I just see in the old axles a grease fitting, and then it comes out, you know, in the middle somewhere. Yeah, it's like, yeah. You know what? I ordered this like a year ago. That's gonna help a lot. Yeah, check this out. See, now I'm not like holding my neck up. Wow, that is way more comfortable. Okay. I think you could just come straight off of here, but this ends up here. That frame could hit this brake line, so you really got to bend it pretty steep to protect it. You know, some people may say, oh, you're supposed to double flare it. You know, I've never had an issue doing this, and I've made a lot of brake lines over the years. The one issue I have had is with the steel lines and them rusting out and then blowing. And you still see new vehicles with steel lines. I cannot believe they're allowed to do that. They're so dangerous. These copper ones are fine. I've never had an issue with those. Okay, so you gotta watch stuff with suspension travel. So you see this is up like this. If this axle was up here, it might hit that. So you gotta do some more. Brake lines are hooked up. Now let me just adjust. Right there. It's just starting to rub, so I turned it quite a bit. you do. You take a screwdriver, or the special tool meant for this, which is pretty much a screwdriver, and you turn this little star till the brakes are almost rubbing. These are new, so you can actually turn these, but once you drive this for a few years, they rust, then they don't turn. And you just gotta change everything. Hey guys. Hey buddy, what are you sniffing? What are you sniffing? Dad came to help bleed the brakes.
These new axles?
Yeah, I changed, new everything.
What were the other ones bad?
No, I probably didn't need to change the axles, but the idea was that it would be easier just to put everything on, because I looked online, I saw axles for $600, but then when I went to the local store, they had everything, just all the parts were separate, so I probably could have used my old ones. I mean, these needed new brakes. I'm sure these were still fine.
How'd you lift those?
I just pick them up. All right, so everything's all done. I did the brake lines last night. We just gotta bleed them. So you can do this right here.
What's the other one?
Another lathe. I got this lathe, that nice press.
Where's the pro? That press?
Yeah, and this other lathe here.
Oh, that's a big press.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty nice. I want to set it up so I can bend with it too. And I got this drill press. Hey buddy. Guys, look at all these dogs. All right, so what we do is these bleeder valves, right? Is this it? You guys can see better than me right there. Sorry, there it goes. Well, hang on. All right, step on it. All right, there's some fluid. All right, let it up. Step on it. All right, yeah, I've got everything tight. Just squeeze the brakes as hard as you can. How do they feel? They feel hard? That's good. I just want to make sure there's nothing leaking, okay?
Yeah.
So you want to check all these fittings, make sure everything's dry. hill's fine. It's hard to back this thing up, but I kind of need to use it right now. Let's go for a ride. You want to go for a ride? Come on, buddy. Get in. Who's that right there? Come on, Cody. Get in. The trick is with this trailer, you just got to back downhill. Then you can actually do it. This is my gray truck. My buddy's put an engine in it. He can't get it running right. He gave up. You know, he's telling me it's not drivable. You know, it seems to run pretty good. This thing always runs. Here's the old engine. Thing looks like something that doesn't belong on the road like years ago. So I think this one's done. Look at it. Check. Oh, this is pretty funny right here. This, I guess that's so the mechanic doesn't get his shoes dirty. Let's try driving this. You want to go for a ride? You want to go for a fast ride? You want to get in? Come on. Oh, there you go, buddy. The dash, it's like Christmas time in here with all these lights. I mean, geez, this does run. I think you can see the ground. Alright, that's full throttle. Nah, dude, this thing is... That's to the floor right there. It's got nothing. I mean, it's moving. We should do something funny with this. Think, buddy, we've been driving this truck since 2011. It's like 9 years, buddy. Funny, I went to put my seatbelt on just because, and check this out. I think this is a sign right here. When your seatbelt rusts off the truck, maybe it's time to stop putting money in the truck. These surge brakes, the issue is that you pretty much can't back the trailer up, especially if it's going slightly uphill, because what happens is it pushes in on the tongue and it applies the brakes. Now, I was kind of under the impression that the brakes weren't supposed to function in reverse, but I guess that's not true. So there's a couple ways to deal with that. This is what we're going to install. This is right here. So what this does, when you apply power to that, it blocks off the brakes so they can't work. So here's my brake controller connection right here. So we're going to do something to drop weird to do this, but ultimately it's going to be better. Let's draw out the wiring diagram on a piece of paper. I drew how this should work here. So we got a 3-position switch. One leg should be power all the time. The middle leg should go to the 7-pin connector, the brake wire, and then this should be the original wire from the brake controller. All right, so I switch it to this way. All right, so that position there, we would have trailer brakes disabled. On off, we would have normal towing. And then when we put it this way, that would be for towing a trailer with electric brakes. Is to measure never and drill 3 times, I think, something like that, right? This brake controller doesn't light up unless there's a trailer hooked to it. Just simulate a trailer. So if we go to this guy, so 7-pin truck, so right there, that one, trailer brakes. The trailer brake pin, trailer brakes to ground. That's a good ground. Now the brake controller should think we have a trailer. We got trailer brakes. Okay, so that position is electric. Electric brakes, and this is gonna be all right. Look how professional that is. At least I know what it is. Okay, so this would be hydraulic brakes in tow. And that's off. And I wouldn't want to turn it off with this jumper in there because that would be a direct short. All right, so we've got to replace this 4-pin connector that just took care of the lights to now use a 7-pin. Jump right into it. So blue will be trailer brakes and purple will be reverse lights. Those are the right colors. Alright, those are all hooked up. Look at that. It's a pretty nice connection. Finished hooking this up. So I actually wired it. I left an extra wire in there that's not used. One for hooking it to that switch in the dash, or if you're not towing this with this truck, there's a way to hook it up for the reverse lights so the brakes get disabled when the truck's in reverse. All right, let's just stop on this hill and see if I can back up it again. So this is the hydraulic brakes in the off position, so they should not work. What I just noticed right here. I kept digging at this hill the last few days, and then we had some real heavy rain yesterday. And you know, I was gonna like get a video of knocking that rock down, but I guess I missed that. But it was right there. Now it's over there. What do you think, buddy? How do those rocks look? Are you the rock engineer? Oh, I see a dog toy up there. There's dog toys everywhere. Cody, what's this right here? What's that right there? You ran right by it. You don't even see this. Cody, what is this? What's that? This is yours. What is that? Cody, is this one gonna fall next? Maybe I should move that excavator. All right, that looks good. I mean, I got to figure out something to do with all these rocks, but I want to do like some nice landscape feature, something creative. I just got to figure out what. Let's go test out that trailer, buddy. Alright, so that's good. I'm glad I took the time to fix this trailer right. You know, I do use it a lot, so having it perfect is important. So adding this switch right here too. One other problem that solved, sometimes with these surge brakes, if you're going down like a mountain or something, when you're just continuously going downhill for miles, those surge brakes, since they're on the whole time consistently, they'll just be like smoking and glazing the shoes over. It's not using the brakes right. So having that switch there gives you the ability to turn off the trailer brakes in a situation where, you know, you really don't need them. You're just using the engine braking to keep the, you know, vehicle under a safe speed. And, you know, if you did need them, you could flip them right back on again. But so adding that switch was a good idea. Plus I wired the trailer too. If I was towing it with another truck, you just put that one wire's got a plug on it, switch it for to reverse light pin. One other thing that's nice about surge brakes over electric brakes is surge brakes always apply the right amount of brakes, no matter if the trailer's loaded or empty, or, you know, electric brakes, you gotta adjust it on the brake controller depending on how the trailer's loaded. And another route for backing them up, I guess, is to put a lockout pin in place. That way when you're backing up, but that's annoying because you gotta get out of the truck to do it. So having the switch in the cab is ultimately nicer. All right, well, we're all set. Let's, well, I just pulled the other trailer in the garage to fix that one, so projects are endless. All right, buddy? All right.